You are 3 days away from empty shelves. 3 days. That's how long the food in your supermarket would last if supply stopped today. Not 3 weeks. Not 3 months. 3 days. And here's the part that should keep you up at night. The system that keeps those shelves full depends on 3 specific locations. 1 port, 1 canal, 1 factory. If any one of them fails, the entire chain breaks. And one of them is already failing. Before we get into why this matters, let's make it personal. Think about the last time you walked into a grocery store and saw empty shelves. Maybe it was during the pandemic. Maybe it was after a storm. Maybe it was just last week, when the produce section looked thinner than usual. That feeling of unease. That quiet panic. That moment when you realized you couldn't just buy whatever you wanted. That was a warning. A preview of something much larger. To understand how we got here, we need to follow something simple. A can of imported tomatoes. From the field where it was grown to the shelf where you buy it. That can has traveled thousands of miles. It has crossed oceans. It has passed through ports, warehouses, distribution centers, and trucks. And, along the way, it has depended on 3 critical points. 3 places where everything could stop. The first thing you need to understand about this system is how incredibly efficient it is. Decades of optimization have made it possible to move food from one side of the planet to the other in a matter of days. Costs have dropped. Waste has been reduced. Supermarkets can offer fresh produce from every corner of the world. Your Midas round. It is an engineering marvel. And it is terrifying. Because efficiency and resilience are opposites. The more efficient the system becomes, the more fragile it becomes. Every dollar saved on redundancy is a dollar that makes the system more vulnerable. Every time we eliminated a backup, we eliminated a safety net. And we did this everywhere. All at once. For decades. And then something broke. In 2020, a single port on the California coast became a choke point. Ships lined up for miles. Containers sat on the water for weeks. Factories stopped production because they couldn't get parts. Supermarket shelves went empty. And the problem wasn't that the system was broken. The problem was that the system was working exactly as designed. It was designed for cost, not for catastrophe. That port is the first choke point. It handles more than 40% of all containerized goods entering the United States. 40%. Through one location. If that port closes, if it slows, if it fails, the entire country feels it within days. But that is not the only choke point. There is another, halfway around the world. A canal that connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea. It is one of the busiest shipping lanes on the planet. Roughly 12% of global trade passes through it. And it is only about 100 miles long. 100 miles. That is the distance between the system and failure. When that canal closed for a week in 2021, the world lost an estimated $9 billion a day in trade. $9 billion. Every single day. Ships were routed. Delays cascaded. Prices spiked. And the system kept running. But barely. It was a reminder that we are all connected by a thread that could snap at any moment. And there is one more. A factory in a country you have probably never thought about. It produces a specific component. A chemical. A part. Something so specialized that there is no backup. If that factory stops, entire industries stop. Not because the component is complicated, but because the system has been optimized to rely on a single source for everything. These 3 choke points. 1 port, 1 canal, 1 factory. They hold the entire system together. And we chose this. We chose it because it was cheaper. We chose it because it was faster. We chose it because we convinced ourselves that the system would never break. Here is the thing nobody tells you. The system is not going to stop breaking. The next disruption is inevitable. It is not a matter of if, but when. Climate change is making ports more vulnerable. Geopolitics is making canals more dangerous. and the specialized components we rely on are becoming harder to replace. We know what we need to do. We need to diversify. We need to build backups. We need to accept that resilience costs money. It means paying more for the same can of tomatoes. It means accepting that efficiency will never be as high as it could be. It means choosing safety over speed. But here is the question we have been avoiding. Are we willing to pay that cost? Or will we keep choosing convenience until the system finally breaks? And when it breaks, will we be ready? This is not a theoretical question. It is happening right now. Another port is slowing. Another canal is at risk. Another factory is struggling. The pattern is repeating. And we keep doing the same thing. We keep waiting. We keep hoping. We keep believing that someone else will fix it. But there is no someone else. There is only us. Our choices. Our willingness to accept that the system is fragile. And that we need to change it. Not tomorrow. Not when the next disruption happens. Now. So the next time you walk into a grocery store, look at the shelves. They are full today. They might not be tomorrow. And the question is not whether the system will break. The question is what we will do when it does. Are we ready to pay the cost of security? Or will we keep gambling with our own survival until we lose? I think you already know the answer.